Yeah, in 2.0, they've done a blog about the downtime systems, and I like what I'm seeing.
Hmm.
It, a lot of it is stuff I wish I had for Hell's Rebels, because it gives that stuff a lot more structure, and solves the problem I was trying to solve, where you can craft anything, like just pull it out of your ass if you have the correct crafting feat.
Hmm. Is that a problem?
You like without spending a lot of time? Is that what you're saying?
Um, that and just sort of the GM has no control over what magic items are available in the game. Unless they enforce it hardcore like I tried to and it didn't really work.
I mean, that is the point, though, isn't it? You're giving up a feat to have access to more shit.
Yeah, but in its current state, Craft Wondrous Item is... It's kind of hard to argue with the fact that it's overpowered.
Right. Or you're doubling, or
Yeah.
maybe not doubling. You're by 1.5 at least. Your wealth.
You're close to doubling your wealth. And it takes 1 feat from each member of the party to double.
To exactly double, yeah.
To double everyone's character wealth.
Right. So that is pretty insane. I mean, when we compare it to some traits, it's like, oh, you start with a little extra gold, or feats that you can get a little extra gold per level. That's not even close.
Fuck it, I'm purchasing a fucking asset because I need this shit.
Damn. Can't you load anything on Roll20?
Yeah, but the problem is that
Wait, what do you want? Because if it's a token, I probably have it.
Leprechaun.
Let me look.
I mean, the thing is, I want to make it authentic. I don't want to fucking throw Lucky from the Lucky Charms cereal box out onto the battlefield.
I have all the Roll20 icons.
It should actually be a picture of a Lucky Charms cereal box.
Hey, I'm Irish. Those are offensive to my culture.
Uh-huh.
You are clearly not Irish.
I am, in fact, Irish. I mean, not like hardcore Irish, but I am Irish.
If I recall correctly, I'm like, it's probably best to break it into tenths. I think I'm fucking 3/10 German, 3/10 Dutch, and I think 3/10 French because of my dad's side of the family, and let's see, and 1/10 Cherokee, I think, either Cherokee or Chinook.
Interesting.
Well, what matters is that we're all part of the white race, so...
Yeah, but once technology advances enough, I don't want to be part of any race. I want to upload my brain into a robot.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a level of security involved there.
The weird thing about that would be, like, if you could do that, like, theoretically, if you could get a human level consciousness in a computer, like, what's stopping that computer from running at 1,000 times the speed of human consciousness?
Nothing. That's one of the good things about it.
So it's just a terrifying thing. I mean, you'll experience more than any human could in 100 lifetimes in an instant. In theory, it seems.
It depends, because the integrity of the software that's helped supporting your cybernetic brain functions is going to be another question too. This stuff is explored very heavily in the tabletop RPG Eclipse phase, because because, like, being able to upload your consciousness across not only synthetic bodies but flesh and blood bodies through wet downloading is part of the reason humanity basically nearly came immortal. It was because of the fact they were creating AIs out of control that took all this technology way out of its bounds. And that's why they started doing curbed intelligence AIs, that could only learn up to a certain point, then its processing capability basically caps out, and it's basically just a really, really smart human.
Yeah, I was thinking more in terms of they can deny your permissions to output anything, or just turn you off for a while.
I mean, if you've seen Black Mirror, they go in last season. They went into several episodes went into this. It's a very terrifying, terrifying concept.
I'll have to watch that.
I've not seen very much recent Black Mirror.
I recommend it highly. It was very, very good.
I've seen
It
San
is.
Junipero, which was incredibly optimistic,
Which one was that?
with the beach town that's an artificial afterlife.
That was not bad.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
that was a
Yeah,
good one.
That was cool.
Huh.
I
And
mean, that's about the only optimistic one that there ever was. So.
Most were pretty terrifying.
eh.
Like one of the ones I wouldn't say it's optimistic. It was like with the one with the not serial killer, the one who the chick who basically. Well, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen the recent ones.
Wait, I know what to fucking do to give you guys a good-looking leprechaun token. That won't be the fucking Lucky Charms, guys. You ever watch the Leprechaun horror movie series?
I saw the first
Yeah.
one. I think.
Photoshop a green hat onto Donald Trump.
Oh jeez.
That's too obvious. I'd rather go for quality over memes here.
You know, the one that really fucked with me, Kevin, was the one where the chick likes her toast a certain way.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Fuck
Like-
that.
Basically the entire Christmas episode, which I think that was part of, was basically what I'm thinking of.
Oh
And
yeah, the Christmas episode was pretty good, but yeah, fuck that too.
I think that I'm saying that I'm actually no, that was I'm 100% sure that was part of the Christmas episode. The when you're talking about, and the whole thing was just fucked in the head, and it creeped me out.
I've
Yeah.
seen like a couple random episodes. Like, in a way, like I would actually argue several of the ones I've seen are optimistic in some sense. Like, they're not optimistic about technology, but they are kind of optimistic, at least for their own characters, in the way that they end. Nosedive.
Possibly. Which one's that one? I don't know the title.
Yeah, I
The
don't
one
know the
with
name.
Yelp for People. With the social network where you rate everyone.
Right, that was a good one.
That was depressing as fuck.
Yeah,
but
too
the-
realistic.
I would argue the ending was actually pretty uplifting.
I see what you're saying there. On a personal level, she broke out of the system at
Yeah.
least for
She
herself.
broke out of the system in a way that
I guess, but now she's completely fucked, so...
It's in the way that once you lose everything, it's liberating in its own way because you have nothing else to lose. But yeah,
I mean, I guess, but that's kind of like how women were statistically happier in the 50s.
I mean,
Sure, you have more freedom now, but you're less happy.
but was she happy before? Like, was she happy before?
probably content more like than happy.
Yeah, I mean...
It's good for her thematically. Like, the episode, besides being about social networks, is about how people edit their own behavior for the purposes of social interactions.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result, and how that causes the interactions to be inauthentic.
But yeah, that one was certainly like I could see that. Of all the episodes, that's probably the closest to I could see that happening like within 50 years.
mhm.
I kind of disagree.
It's happening in China right now, so why not?
Well, okay. It's happening in China, but not the same. Like, there's an authoritarian bent to the way it's happening in China.
Yeah, but there's still an app voting and rating everybody and what they do in China.
Yeah.
I could see it becoming it's like a credit score. It's not like the end all be all, but it's certainly important. And if you have a low one, you're screwed in many different ways. I could see it like that level, where we're not going to hire someone who's under a 500. We need to be of a better quality than that in order to work for this company. I could totally see that being a thing.
Counterpoint.
We're not taking the risk to dump our company rating.
Yeah,
there was a app a while back that was going to launch on, I want to say it was the Play Store, which was it was essentially exactly what is portrayed in the Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about. Like People, I think, something like that?
Yeah, it was called People, but spelled wrong.
Right, without the E or something like that.
P-E-E-P-L-E.
Something like, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is they got a rating on some other thing, and they're trying to get it taken down.
Yeah, and it was successfully prevented by the public backlash from existing. And the fact that the public, and this is kind of a problem with a lot of dystopias, where the fact that everyone present reading it recognizes that it's a dystopia, itself raises doubts as to whether it's a particularly likely result for the near future.
In theory, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. 50 years from now, if you look at things now where they're better, things are better and worse than they were 50 years ago in a lot of ways, and certain things of being wage slaves essentially to a degree that would be unthinkable 50 years ago.
I don't know that it's that much different, but okay.
The idea that back in the 50s, someone working a relatively menial job could live as what we consider middle class today.
Sure, okay.
But the idea is now you have to work so much harder just to stay in the same place, or increasingly because the productivity is going up, but wages are relatively flat and prices are going up. So you have to just continue working harder and harder just to barely make a little bit more money, just to kind of stay at the same level that you're accustomed to. And so it's a much harder system to survive in than it was 50 years ago, where if you look at the curve, production and wages were going up almost identically to where
but there are a lot more job diversity now, so you could get a higher paying job easier.
But people are living longer, and so the job market is harder in a lot of ways. So it's and people's experience are different. Some people say I got out of college, I got a 6-figure salary, no problem. And other people, I have 3 degrees and work at Starbucks. It's and not just you should have got even people with quote unquote valuable degrees are sometimes having issues.
Oh yeah, you can entirely be fucked. It's a lot of it's just listening to that are older than you who are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of an objective empirical fact that people are, adjusted for inflation, worse off if they aren't super rich.
Mm-hmm.
Wealth inequality is objectively increasing.
Yeah.
And I was hearing this. I'm not sure if they ever got actually sued. There was a lawsuit that was being considered for this school they had this program for some very specific thing, like some photo editing kind of thing, and they were giving out hundreds of degrees a year in this, even though the job market was extremely small for that position, and it's a very limited skill set. And so they're saying, you shouldn't be allowing the same people to be in your school because they're just that one school. There aren't enough people jobs to support the graduates just for that one school.
Does that matter though? If people want to take the class, they should be able to.
But you need to be upfront. You need to inform them that they're probably not going to be able to get a job in that industry. It's something you should be upfront about someone's job prospects. That's part of the. So they'll say we have job placement in the 80%, but they won't say they'll skew it in some ways. It won't be necessarily in your field. It'll be a job capable of repaying your student loans is what they'll qualify it as, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't outright lie to students, but there's no reason you should tell them that there's not enough jobs for this degree.
I think it should be included. If it is a difficult thing, you should give them that knowledge up front so they can make an informed choice. Oh, maybe I don't want to. Maybe I'll do this other thing where there's more demand, and then I'll fill the needs of society and be fulfilled and have a job.
Okay, but isn't part of wanting a degree doing the research to see what you can do with that degree?
But they should be upfront about it, though.
If people are consciously promulgating misinformation, research is just going to cause you to encounter that misinformation.
Right, but that's my point. Is as long as the school isn't lying, then you know.
I mean, you're talking about someone making a choice at the age of 18 that's going to affect the rest of their life. I think you should give them as much information up front, but then we shouldn't have to search for, and try to determine which source is legitimate. You should give them everything they need up front and try to be as honest as possible. But that's my opinion. You can have your own, obviously, on that. Did Lance join?
Yes.
He did.
Yes.
But he's muted.
He is.
All right, that's everyone we're going to get.
So something I should probably add to that is what's his name? The person who did Family Guy. I'm having a brain fart here.
Seth MacFarlane?
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane. When Star Trek semi-serious, semi-spoof show, The Orville. He actually did an episode that was basically kind of like what that app did. It was an entire government, at least in the country that they landed in, where they found a race of human or at least near human beings, and it was a absolute democracy in which everyone in the public voted with likes or dislikes on certain public figures and other things. And if someone did something really fucking bad, they could get enough attention to get voted too. Aside from crimes and punishment, if you got enough dislikes, you were sent to a correction facility and were basically lobotomized.
That's really fucked up.
Yep, it was a good episode.
That sounds like a really pretentious pretend allegory for not actually the modern day.
I was watching there's this anime called Kino's Journey where, each episode they drive through a country and each country is different. And there's this one country where the more good shit you do, the more effective tickets you get for good karma. And this one guy was the mayor. He did a bunch of other good shit, basically saved the city a few times. Just all around good guy. And they go into explaining that if you have enough good karma tickets, you can negate like jail time or whatever. This guy wasn't doing good shit for the sake of good shit. His dream in life was to kill a person and not have to deal with jail.
I mean, depending on the person, I could see that as morally justifiable, but...
I mean, when you think about how a lot of people perceive historical figures who were horrible people, that's actually kind of how that works.
Yeah. Well, back
I don't
to
disagree. It's just like he actually did kill people, and they were like, "Yeah, he did good things, so why not?"
Or like how Thomas Jefferson was a rapist, and
didn't know that.
Yeah,
his slave Sally Hemings.
Oh yeah, I know about that, but like,
yeah, they had a quote unquote. Depending on which source you look at, they had a relationship, or he raped a slave. I mean,
he was his slave. Only one of those two things is possible.
People marry their slaves all the time. Act like it wasn't the thing.
The slave can't say no.
Right.
Therefore, because the slave can't say no, the idea that they consent to sex is unfalsifiable. Therefore, he can never be justified in believing it.
It's a power imbalance issue, similar to what we see today with, Harvey Weinstein. Even if they said yes, it's a fucked up thing to do, and you're a rapist, basically.
He said, if they said yes, you can't distinguish between a sincere yes and a yes that is the result of the power imbalance. Therefore, you're never justified in believing that they have consented to sex with you.
Right. It's why you should never make advances for anyone who you have power over. It's a fucked up thing to do.
Oh, generally, I agree. It's just kind of a weird thing.
Yeah, it's
to kind of get my whole political stuff out of the way here, the limited amount that I do. The only other sort of episode that kind of pokes at modern stuff from the Orville is there's an entire species in the setting that they have that is. However, there is a 7% chance that there is a female child born. And the usual
really
thing they
low.
do, the usual thing they do is they do sexual reassignment surgery. Now, the thing is that this could have been handled privately, because it's an interesting thing, since it's not just a normative thing. It's the fact that that's how the species is. You can see where the compare and contrast with society are.
Mhm.
And then in the end, I'm not going to spoil the ending, but they do find a female member of the species in exile on the planet, and they show the High Council that she lives a normal, healthy life, and could be a productive member of society, despite not being the gender norm.
Huh.
All else, I missed part of that because of a glitch, but all I'll say is the fact that it is how the species is does not in any way disprove that it is a matter of social norms. That just explains where the social norms come from.
Exactly. And they do end up kind of challenging it at the end, so that's all good.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's interesting though how a lot of the premises are kind of flipped, in that like most of the social situations are flipped. Like, it's just one of those things where you kind of have to watch it to see it. And I hope that there's. I think it's still on Hulu.
I mean, it got renewed, and it should be on demand if you have demand, I think.
Yeah. Star Trek had that third gender episode, for those that watch it.
The new one or an older one?
I think it was TNG.
I haven't seen any of them.
Basically, there was a race that had a male, female, and a middle gender, and the middle gender was basically a slave race or something. They trade around the third gender to be a nanny or the mating partner that was needed to provide whatever.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
And Picard falls in love with the one?
No. Actually, you know what? I think it's DS9. Anyway, one of the guys educates the third gender person a little bit, and then they fight back and become accepted by their current family.
Interesting.
Also, did you just ooh DS9?
No, I said the full sentence would have been, "Oh, that means I've not seen it because I've not seen any DS9."
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of
DS9 is probably my favorite just because it's in one place and there's more social shit that happens.
Yeah,
that is a good point.
My understanding is that like DS9 is more serialized, and so I'd want to watch them in order.
Yeah, well, you want to watch them all in order, because overarching plots in Star Trek are almost always a thing.
Yeah, but most episodes of TNG you can just turn on.
I mean, yeah, but the B plot is usually an overarching thing.
Not really.
Yeah. There was always something going on the ship that's part of the B plot.
Yeah, there's always a B plot, but there's not. Like, the B plot normally doesn't involve anything non-episodic.
I don't know that I agree. There's always some sort of like Data trying to be more human, and the progression of that, or
okay. I mean, that's not.
That's actual B plot stuff exists.
That's a character arc. That's not. I mean, I guess it's kind of an ongoing plot, but that's not like the Klingon Civil War or something.
No,
but it's things you need previous knowledge to fully appreciate.
Yeah, there is shit in episodes that you will miss if you don't watch it in order. That is my point.
I guess, maybe. I've not watched it in order, so I guess I wouldn't know. I've seen the majority of them at this point, but I watched them in every which order, so...
Oh, well... Should we roll dice? It is 3:10 for me, so...
Yeah,
it's only noon for me. Got 2 hours, basically, if you all really, really want to.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, I like talking about shit, but we were already late starting today.
Yeah.
All right. So let me get things squared away here. Fucking half the problem with getting the rest of the encounters on the map of the fort you're going to is the fact even with the numbers and stuff turned on, some fucking areas don't have their numbers, and it gets really confusing when the guide refers to unmarked areas.
Mm.
Huh.
It's like, oh, this, and this is in insert room here. Okay, where's this room? Okay, is it referring to this fucking room which has no fucking number, or is it this fucking room with no fucking number?
I mean, the room with no number. Maybe the module is just badly designed, but also maybe the room with no number is
Empty?
What?
It's empty, possibly.
Yeah, or it's the room with no number that it's referring to is attached to one of the numbered rooms.
Maybe. But it's just with so many different separate rooms and stuff, it just gets confusing. I'll tell you what though, Puppy, if nothing infuriating enough makes us stop this campaign, I will personally buy you all the parts to it, and I'll let you kind of read through it and review it. Because I want to see what
send him a copy.
I could do that too, complete with interactive maps and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, to serious business, because even if not everyone's here, at least you can get through some of the encounters leading up to the fucking fort.
Yeah, I mean, if we burn like at least an hour rolling dice, I'm generally happy.
Okay. So, continuing on, you manage to find your way into an area of the... Let me get some good mood music here. Where is it? So, you find a funky area of the wood. It looks as if a good chunk of everything... Actually, this will probably be... You find an area of the wood that has been severely destroyed by a localized fire. Ash coats an area devoid of undergrowth, while the larger trees are badly... At the center of the devastation is a large oak tree, killed by the... like a blackened skeleton.
You're chopping in and out.
1 second.
So, why is shit on fire?
It's not currently on fire, it just...
Oh, we've walked into an area that was on fire. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How about now, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Finally. I thought
You're
you guys were
actually
ignoring me
clear.
or
It
something.
sounds like you have a headset.
So,
I have a
continuing-
headset now.
Awesome.
Yay.
Good. So, to reread then, the forest here suffered a severe but localized fire. Ash coats an area devoid of undergrowth, while the larger trees are badly scorched. At the center of the devastation is a large oak tree, killed by the fire and standing like a blackened skeleton. 2 bodies are lodged in its branches, burned so badly they fuse into the tree.
Damn.
Okay. So... Let's see. I guess I'll roll perception.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me see here. I will need knowledge, nature, and survival checks if you have them.
Yeah, that's my thing.
And I will need 2 more perception checks as you check the area.
Knowledge, nature,
Okay.
survival.
All right.
And 2 more perception checks.
Yes. All right, that's perfect. That is
In
perfect.
the same order.
Okay. That is perfect. So what you could tell finding various clues around the entire place is that this fire was put out first and foremost rather efficiently and was set deliberately. You find shards from flasks around the base of the tree. There's several arrows next to a ridge. And from the opening of the clearing to the ridge and the direction of the arrows, you guys were shooting at something.
Someone killed a nature.
All right, so with everything, here, you let me see here. Okay.
Oh, essentially, you said they were like shooting fire arrows to the nature.
What you could tell is that someone was shooting a group of people from the tree. You see a good number of boot prints along the ridge. So whoever was shooting the people who were marching, it looks, along the path, then were attacked in turn by several flasks of alchemist's fire. I will let you roll one more check to put all the clues together to figure out what exactly transpired here.
What skill?
You can either make an intelligence check or a very high DC survival.
I'll try survival again because I rolled shit last time.
Okay.
Oh look.
I can possibly. I can maybe do better.
Survival.
I got
22.
a little better.
Probably not high enough.
No, 22 is. I'll say if those other two are 8 and others, you get it. You kind of get an idea that that because of the way the arrows are and the fact the flasks hit the tree, those might have been Chernasardo Rangers up in the tree that were firing at the hobgoblins that were making their way southward from this position.
Oh, well.
Wait, that's towards our guys?
A while back. This was 2 days ago, so wherever the hobgoblins went was nowhere near your camp.
Okay.
As you recall from some of the details from previous findings of hobgoblin and ranger giblets, you have an idea that the rangers and the hobgoblins are just kind of circling around each other and trying to pick each other off as much as they can in this section of the Fangwood Forest.
I see.
However, as you are discovering this, something happens.
Has a day passed?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find out.
Okay, guys, I lost connection for a moment, but I'm back. Okay.
Oh, sounds good.
I need a fucking green version of the goddamn thing. Where is it? That doesn't work. That's just a giant creature. Alright, this works. So, from the edge of the forest, you hear kind of a bit of a roar. And I'm gonna need to make this green. There's a reason for it. So, from the edge of the forest, you see a wood giant come out from the edge of the forest, and he pulls an arrow and gets a surprise round on you.
Oh shit!
Oh god.
Wait.
Let's see here. Where's his?
That feeling when your meta-knowledge of what the monster is makes what just happened confusing.
It'll make sense. Don't worry.
Is that large or huge?
Large.
Okay.
Yeah, he's large. It's 9, and I will say this is. First, let me roll to see who this will be on between Lance and Clintock. We'll see which one of these is going to. Clintock, you. Let's see. Oh shit. Does a 13 beat your flatfoot?
Who?
Clintock, you.
Flat 16.
Okay, so it doesn't confirm then. All right. Let me see here. Okay. So you see the arrow? It hits you.
Okay.
Takes 17 non-lethal damage.
Damn.
Okay.
That's
Ouch.
good chunk.
And I'm going to need you to make a DC 11 will save.
Oh shit. Okay.
That shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, you make it. So you start feeling sleepy. And as soon as the arrow hits, the wood giant yells, "Surrender, arsonists!"
Oh, he seems we burned down this place. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Initiative?
Yes, let me get the initiative tracker going. So everyone can add their initiatives.
Yeah, good roll for once. Awesome.
Oh god, what a sucky initiative.
Oh, that's rough. I know the feeling.
Oh, throw a 0 before the 4.
What is the...
Okay, so
So-
that's the order. Cool.
So yeah, what you see is a forest giant. It basically looks like a big squat sort of looking broad elf, because that's what forest giants kind of look like.
Oh, like a really big muscular elf, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I can.
And again, Clintock, the arrow didn't like pierce you; it just kind of burst into a blast of light, and it just kind of hurt.
Okay. Well, that was unpleasant.
He's just out of my range. I think that was right. Yeah, unfortunately, can't quite reach him. I'll move there as a single, and then ready in action to attack if he gets near me.
Okay. Let's see here. All right, let me see this spell here. Okay. 1 20-foot square a level. Okay. What's his effective caster level? 7. Okay, so. Alright, so in the area around him.
Okay, the air around him.
The area around. Them 2. 3. 4. I don't think this is quickened, so can't do anything else. 5. 6. 7. Spike stones appear.
Guessing it's not good for me.
Neat trick.
Right,
Would-
1 second.
would-
Let me cross-reference the thing. But let's see here. That's the end of his turn. I'm going to cross-reference stuff as I continue.
What has something happened to me since I'm in the range?
Let me check here. Oh, that's yeah, you had tree shape on. That's how it works. Okay, so any creature. Okay, it's only when you move that you take damage, and now you're forced to move half speed through it.
Okay. Is it so it's difficult terrain effectively?
It's difficult terrain, and every 5 feet of movement deals 1d8 points of piercing damage with a reflex save to avoid.
Okay, good to know. That's good to know.
So Clintock.
Are these spike things small enough that I can see over them?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. That should get me within range, and it does. So I'm going to stare at him, and then I'm going to shoot an arrow at his face. Does 18 hit?
Let me see if it does. 18 does not.
Oh, alright. Well, next.
Damn.
And whoa, 18 does not. Oh, shit.
It's my mod for this game.
Yeah, we're level, 6, so that makes sense.
I think level
Eh,
5, I thought. Right?
Wait, I wanted
There
to
you
ask
go.
again.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
I wanted
we are
to ask
5.
again. What does the spice do again? What happens if you get in the spice area?
You take damage.
Yeah, you are forced to move at half speed and take damage unless you make reflex saves every 5 feet you move.
Okay, thank you. It's only if you move, or does it count also if you start your turn on them?
Only if you move.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
Okay. Puppy, your turn.
So, let's count here. Yeah, so I will cast Bull Strength on my kitty. And he will move here, and he will even double move up to the creature.
Okay.
And since he's going to provoke anyway, may as well do like here.
Okay.
Actually, make that make that bark skin instead of bull strength.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
That's all. And does he not want to take his attack?
Oh, whoops. Well, I mean, he's got a bow out. He can't.
Ew. Okay then.
You can identify. Oh, I should probably ask anyone who wants to can roll knowledge arcana or spellcraft to identify what arrow was shot at Leon.
I want to do that, please.
Okay.
And what to identify him and figure out what he is and how he works.
Knowledge nature.
Okay.
I am rolling spellcraft to see if I can identify the arrow.
Okay. You know that it's a sleep arrow. It's an arrow that deals non-lethal damage and puts the target to sleep if they fail a save. Usually used
Okay.
to capture people alive. Singing flock with knowledge nature, you know that this is a wood giant. And with that good of a check, you know that they are wardens of the deepest, wildest portions of the forests. They are actually usually very patient and peaceful. They show almost an infinite patience. Their role is to preserve and protect the forest. Obviously, if this one's attacking you, it must be mistaken,
Right.
or
So-
because, yeah.
So I take a second to mention, bro, we didn't set the fire. I am a druid.
1 second.
Does your character's mind not allow for evil druids?
Well, the druid wouldn't defile nature.
Well, they wouldn't defile nature, but there are some things evil druid, and I've read up on them extensively.
Yeah.
But I doubt you'll come across them at all. Now, if I run a custom campaign, I might throw them around. But anyway, he hears this and says, "Prove you didn't set the fire."
That is a very bad shifting the burden of proof fallacy. You
Okay.
have absolutely no reason to think that we did, other than we happened to be here.
He's going to kind of look at this. If you want to, you can all roll diplomacy checks, diplomacy, etc.
I'll do that on my turn.
right.
So, diplomacy is not my job.
Yeah,
I got-
I'll be fighting until somebody diplomacies him otherwise.
All right, Lance, it's your turn proper if you want to do something. And Lance, of course, you know that the arrow did non-lethal damage, so you can kind of shout out that he doesn't really mean to kill anyone unless he has to.
Okay, I do that exactly. I scream to my teammates. He's not trying to kill us, but he seems to be trying to capture us for some reason. That's a sleep arrow. He just wants to get us to a leap.
No, this is how
And-
you get raped by the forest.
Jeez.
So when you say that, he's going to say, yeah, you're not going to leave. You're going to stay here and replant all these trees you destroyed.
How?
I've got seeds.
This is how you get raped by the forest.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. And then I say, what if we don't want to?
This is how you get raped by the forest.
Well, I'll fight you.
I think it's at the limit of what you can do in a turn for speech.
Well. I don't see.
Lance?
You cut off. Lance? Oh.
As he died.
Oh, I just heard a little bit of noise. Alright, well, as you said, Kevin, he kind of exceeded what could be done in a turn.
I meant just free speech talking. If he wants to spend his turn diplomacying, he can definitely do that.
Hmm.
Hold turn until I give a chance for diplomacy, maybe? I don't know.
That's probably a good idea. Okay, so he moved. So even if Discord isn't working, he can at least do some stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I hope I get that model today.
Not currently.
Why not currently?
Replying to Lance.
Oh, okay.
In case he can't hear us.
How about now?
Yes.
There you are.
Okay, sorry for that. The internet's kind of fucking me around here. Okay, but I'm back. Do you see? Did I move? I moved my character, but I don't know if I. Okay, I moved there. I start to question everyone. Should we fight him, or should we keep trying to explain the situation to him?
My hope is that someone is going to do non-lethal damage to him at some point.
I can, yeah.
Okay. All right, Lance, do you move anymore, or is that the end of your turn?
No, I can only move there, so I'm gonna use my swift action to enhance my longbow, and I'm gonna make it a flaming +1 longbow. Okay.
Okay.
With that, well, I don't see a point to not at least bring him down. And later when we capture him, we explain to him. So I attack him with my longbow. Yes.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Does it hit?
Let me see. 26. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I do that, and I do also a flaming damage, right?
Yeah. Roll 1d6 for that.
We didn't start the fire. Now have my fiery arrow.
I think diplomacy is kind of moot at this point.
They are infinitely patient.
I don't see.
Add 2. I've got a stare going on.
Besides, you could also, would you have done non-lethal with that?
Not with the fire damage.
With
I don't.
He would have needed to use a blunt arrow to do that with a bow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he kind of takes the arrow. He's just like, "Urgh!" So
He also
monologue.
gets a bit on fire, and so yeah.
So you can still attempt diplomacy with him. No one's done any damage to him except Lance.
Okay. I'll move to there, taking whatever. I'll take a reflex save. 14. How does it make it?
That does.
Oh, it does? Okay. So then move in a little closer, and then I will do diplomacy. Roll 1d20 plus 9. Good roll.
All right, you successfully convince him that you are not the perpetrators, albeit he's eyeing Lance suspiciously, and he will surrender on the condition that Lance puts a tree seed in the ground and doesn't shoot him with another flaming arrow.
That seems very reasonable, good sir. I'm glad we were able to convince you without any further blood or should I say sap shed.
Sorry.
Kind of he smirks, but at the same time kind of scoffs because as funny as that was, it's a little distasteful to all the destruction to the trees. But he puts his longbow on his back and he looks at you all and says, "So if you didn't start the fire, who did?"
It was probably the villains.
Goblins, most likely.
Hobgoblins, yes.
I've been hearing of hobgoblins in my beautiful forests here for quite a while, at least the last few weeks. I've come across a few myself. I'm sorry for jumping to conclusions. It's just, this is tense. So many deaths of my ranger friends.
That's difficult to deal with, I'm sure.
Yes.
He nods. My name is Herge.
I'm Mylok, and we are actually on the same side. We wish to eradicate these hobgoblins as well. They are a scourge to all the living beings of across the forests and lands around here.
Fuck hobgoblins.
Do you tell him at all about the refugees and stuff?
Yeah, we give them some background information on that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so with all the background information, he says that he prefers forestry over combat. He really wants to live a peaceful life, but hearing that there's a bunch of people who are innocent trying to get along in the forest, he does say he would like some company that isn't just the trees, and he actually openly suggests that he lives near or he relocates near the refugees and kind of helps them out.
So let's get some sense motives in case he's an asshole trying to figure out what our location is.
I mean, do any of you cast Detect Evil on him?
I don't think any of us can.
Yeah,
certainly
I
can.
can.
Please do so.
Do you have that prepared?
Oh, I see. I mean, I can't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So was it sense motive, puppy?
It was 14.
Yeah, you beat mine. So that's the best we have so far. Because
Okay.
everyone can roll it, and even if you have a negative mod, you might roll
Humam
higher than
can.
14.
Humam, if he's here in spirit, can do that for us.
What's his mod? Like, doesn't he have like a
No,
plus 10
detect-
mod to that?
the Inquisitors have all 4 of the detect alignment spells at will, like paladins do.
I'm going to say then that he in spirit casts it. This guy is not evil.
Good.
All right.
And
In
yeah,
fact, for good measure, he actually casts detect good as well, just because fucking
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. And yeah, he shows up as good.
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay.
We also give them some like gentle, like not interrogation, but like we believe in holistic forestry where we do chop down trees when we need to, but we always replant them so that we are only cutting down renewable resources because we want to keep a limited impact on the forests.
Forgive my friend. He is himself a predatory organism. These are what you have to understand about these human folk is that they're ultimately just another part of nature, and sometimes to get
Civilization needs
He
to
pulls out a
advance
piece
that.
of jerky and starts chewing it as you talk.
sometimes to get to the fluffiness underneath a piece of nature, you have to learn to look past unfluffiness. But there is
He
fluffy
opens
there.
up a rabbit skin pack, pulls out some pipe weed, and starts smoking it.
Okay. I'm gonna get close to, and I'm gonna bow to him and say, "I'm really sorry for having heard that I heard you, and I ask you to not think of my friends as bad people because of me."
It's okay. 1 second. I want to roll a 1d6 for hit location. So you got him across the face, and he kind of feels his face, and he just says, "Well, I guess this will make a really wicked scar that I can tell the ladies about."
Yes.
Oh, cool. Yes, you look really appealing to the. You will look really appealing to the girls with that. Yes.
Yes. But yes, it's living in nature is just a matter of I pray to the gods of the forest before I must take the life of an animal, and I of course make sure that there are plenty of food, so that way the cycle is not disrupted by my need
Yeah.
for protein.
Yeah, now that you mention that, I feel like I remember you.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
let me. Does he have like? Let me see if he has detailings for age and stuff. I don't know if they actually like mention the ages of monsters and other things.
He unless he's younger than Flock, which I don't imagine Flock is. Flock is probably well under 20 years old, so because he was basically created as an adult, so he doesn't need to be that old.
Well, they say he's elf-like, so I'd say he's maybe 200 years old.
Yeah. I'm actually a spirit of the forest, harnessed into this form by a fellow druid.
Oh yes, one given form from that of a spirit into one that is part of nature. I have had some friends like you come and go. Oh, the gourd leshies were funny as hell.
And I'm now looking for, because I figured out what his actual name would be. Now I'm looking for the language that I used.
You know, on the subject of leshies, I'm really surprised that they didn't include details on how to transpose stats between multiple leshy types, considering there's like 6 or 7 different leshies now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a matter of, this is the only one that's, like, playable.
I know, but almost all of them have the same statistics.
Huh. I wasn't aware of that.
I don't know of any that are explicitly any much more stronger or, well, there's probably some that are weaker than the Vine Leshy overall, but, like, continue on.
Yeah. I was just looking. There it is. Because the Gaelic for his primal name, which is Spirit of Wonderful Cuteness. Actually, my phone had a problem with it, but this which part is apparently when I translate it and then translate it back, apparently, yeah, there's no word for cuteness in Gaelic. It just kind of glitches and gives me something else.
Let me see. So looking at all the different leshies on the D20 PFSRD, there's a few that are actually above CR1, but Leaf, Gourd, and Sunflower leshies are CR1, and Leaf leshies are CR half. So that could actually work.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at them. They're all low CR.
The only ones, anything else other than those is like CR2 or higher. There's a fucking Lotus Leshies and fucking, Lotus Leshies are CR5, which is kind of amazing.
Yeah. I mean, the Lotus is very powerful. See, the Flytrap Leshy is CR4. And they're all true neutral, which makes Flock an anomaly. I guess it's just that most nature spirits are true neutral, and Flock is an anomaly among them, in that he's an inherently neutral good nature spirit. I think as he was being born, when the primal concept of cuteness was invented, I think what happened is that an angel went down and squeed and got some of their essence into him as he was being created.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, I don't see most alignments as complete absolutes, especially not in low CR things like this. So could just be that. Yeah.
Or that they go every which way. So there probably there should logically be a counter. Which, by the way, if this is just an idea, there should logically be a counterpoint to Flock. Which that's kind of what I've mentioned. I've compared him a lot to Redcaps. I've used them as a point of contrast for him.
If I get if I do have to build a minor villain at some point, or maybe major depending on things, I'll use one of those evil druid archetypes on an evil vine Leshy.
You could, or just if he encounters Redcaps, he's going to react a certain way because to his perception, a Redcap is the opposite of nature.
I want you to sit on what you're saying there.
I'm sure he will encounter Redcaps at some point.
Just I want you to entertain your reactions for a good bit longer and keep them to yourself because you will eventually encounter some.
Yeah, I imagine.
Anyway,
they're not an uncommon monster.
So, yeah, there's a good amount of what other stuff do you talk about with him? Do you ask him about any more stuff in the forest?
Yeah, if he knows the area, I mention we're actually kind of trying to get into contact with your ranger friends so that we can team up with them to, do away with this sort of hobgoblin problem we have.
He speaks and says that he's only had chance encounters with them, and the friendship is more kind of a loose thing. At his core, he cares more about the needs of the forest than most humanoids for the most part. But this here is a special case to him, considering that it's basically a bunch of people who at least will keep the forest well preserved versus a bunch of fucked up motherfuckers who will probably burn the entire thing down and pour acid into the dirt for good measure.
I agree though, and if the conversation lasts long enough, I might bring up as a philosophical point. The humans, they kind of are part of the forest. I mean, they live in it and they use its resources and they contribute resources to it. They're as much a part of the forest as a bird or a.
Of course. I don't say no to that, and it's just my own personal beliefs. I also haven't been part of my tribe for a while. A stray longbow shot killed a sacred boar, and now I can't really return to the northern Fangwood.
Oh,
did that boar happen to have a ring on its tusk?
No, different boar.
Okay, good.
It can't be that he and us killed the same boar. If he killed that boar, it's presumably some time ago. Obviously, it can't be the one that we had to deal with.
Just making sure.
Comfy pants exist in my drawer. It's been a while since that's been the case.
Eh?
Is that a haiku?
Yeah, I don't have context for that.
Oh, I'm getting my clothes together to put off getting in the shower because we're role-playing.
Okay.
Oh, I got my shower while waiting for stuff.
Well, that stuff was me, so sorry about that.
It's fine. Anyway, so that's kind of all he says. He does mention that there isn't too many Fae around here, but it would be a good idea to take caution as you're just as likely to find evil Fae as much as there's good Fae. He does mention that he has seen some bits of the corruption kind of circulating amongst some of the Fae, and he's had to put down a few blighted Fae since he's been here.
The corruption? I'm gonna roll knowledge nature.
Okay. See what you roll here.
You can decide whether I get a background knowledge bonus because of the fact that I'm an immortal nature spirit, but I don't think I need it.
1 second. How do I? What's the term to use? Oh, there we go. So what you know of, because you rolled fucking perfectly. Wilderness regions, strange corruptions of nature fester and grow where the boundaries between this world and the abyss grow thin. Dangerous and evil fungal creatures rise to power in these blighted reaches, such as sinister fungus queens or legions of undead spore zombies. But when fey creatures become infused with the corruption, they are themselves blighted. The resulting monstrosities are particularly vile. The typical abyssal blight manifests as a black and greasy fungal rot that sways tree branches and limbs where no wind propels them, and a mystic network of fell power extends on an unnatural awareness between nearby blighted fey. Dryads are often the most insidious of these corrupted fey. They lure humanoids to literally and spiritually dark places to beget more daughters from their dark embrace, and further spread the disease. The Dryads connect through a unified but tainted mystic field that transcends their ordinary limitations, blah, blah, blah. Only magic such as Miracle, Limited Wish, or Wish can sever the connection to the abyss and cure a blighted fey, restoring the creature to its uncorrupted state if it fails to resist the transformation with a successful blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. So basically, they're fey that are corrupted by nastiness, and if you find a normally good fey that's all fucking nasty and stuff, they'll probably try to kill you.
Sounds fun.
So I explain that to everyone, but I explain it like in terms of guys, the corruption, that's an ancient rival of us benevolent, immortal nature spirits. It unnatures all of the nature around it. with a perverse pretend kind of the perfectly natural kind of organism that is the fungus. Some of my best friends were fungi when I was an immortal nature spirit, but these fungi are barely even fungi at all. They're certainly not fun guys.
I was gonna make that joke too.
Yep. I knew that was coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I give all that exposition in that sort of grave tone.
Thank you for your knowledge, Master.
I pet
Alright.
you.
Or, I don't know why, but I feel like that would be better fitted if you were playing some sort of anthropomorphic animal.
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, that is anthropomorphic animal is exactly how Flock would describe a human. You've noticed he has this condescension thing to him. That's not me. That's supposed to be part of the character.
As you advance, you do get like a stagnated level, but after that, you also gain your class features as you level up in that prestige class.
I'm aware that there are prestige classes like that.
I'm trying to remember the one that it is, but if there's a specific nature goddess that you'd worship,
Exalted?
I think so.
Evangelist, I think, is the one.
Yeah, Evangelist.
Exalted has its own things, and you have to be. There's not a nature goddess that cleanly fits with Flock.
Okay.
Or a nature. The nature gods are. There's Gazre, and I imagine there's also Cernunnos, who is chaotic good and therefore wouldn't fit with Flock because the Exalted has to be the same alignment as their deity.
Okay. And what's your
He's neutral good.
neutral? Okay.
He can't be chaotic good. He's a druid.
All right. 1 second.
Oh.
I'll find you on and stuff. But anyway, let's continue. So after that, do you rest for a bit, or do you think you're good enough to keep going?
I talk to the guys and say, hey, we should rest for now. We should prepare for the rest of the day. I think we should grab a bite or something. We are really tired.
Do
We
we?
could stop and have lunch here or something, but I've not used enough resources that I couldn't handle another encounter. So
Okay.
So I think we could continue going till the end of the day naturally comes.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, okay, Master. Whatever you want. Everything is on your way.
Let me know if you can hear dinging sounds.
I'm hearing.
I heard
dinging-
something.
Yeah, I'm hearing
Yeah.
dinging sounds, most definitely.
Okay.
So,
All right. So you rest there for a little bit, and
so I do need to head toward the shower. I'm kind of waiting and hoping for us to get into another combat so that I could do it in between. While I'm waiting for my turn. Is that gonna happen
Alright.
soon?
yeah.
Okay.
So after that whole thing, you manage to find an area with some low hills and tall trees. There's a secluded glen where there's some more tough grass, but you see a man in a green and gray poncho lying face down in the center of the glen, he's kind of holding something, and his face looks like he's in pain, and he looks at you all and says, "Please take this before it's too late."
I'm gonna cure light wounds on him.
Wait 1 second. Let me get an icon for him, because this is important. And let me see here. I'd grab the one that's closest in my list, but that wouldn't make sense given the entire thing. This works. Anyone streaming can zoom in on that face if you'd like.
I don't see anything. Oh,
Oh,
that's a YouTuber?
Yeah.
hey, wait a second. I need to ask something, guys. I know we are like I don't know 4 guys and stuff, but I don't even know your names in the game actually.
Well, I'm Leon.
No, in the game. I mean your characters' names.
Oh. This character is Clintock.
Which one?
Orange-haired one.
Okay, Quintok. And the one that looks like a halfling?
Mylock.
Ilock. And my master, what's the name of my master?
Singing Flock.
And the cute tiger? Or leopard?
Marshmallow.
Whatever. That's a cute name, actually.
Okay, so one quick question. The rest of you, do you all just kind of hang back, or do you all approach with Flock?
We'll approach.
Okay, so you're all there then. Okay. So as soon as you touch this, by the way, I will say that your kitty is hanging back. The spell charge doesn't do anything to the person's body, and let's see. Let me find out how this works, because you've just fallen into a trap.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't have cure light wounds prepared.
Okay.
Do you have a spontaneous ability? I don't know if George gets that.
No. We maybe assume we'd use the wand.
Sure, we have a wand.
Let me see here. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. Let's see. You're the only one who touched it. Are you immune to disease?
Well, I touched it with the wand, so does that help?
That would no.
Alright, I don't believe I'm immune to disease.
Okay, give me a reflex save.
Okay, Do.
Oh, never mind. It's a 10-foot radius. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone needs to make reflex saves.
I'll use a charmed life on this one. So that will be +3 to the save.
Me. You mentioned him hanging back earlier. Would Marshmallow not enter the 10-foot radius?
He would not actually, because he knows something's up.
All right.
So that was
So,
Fortitude. That was 18 for me.
Okay,
I
let me
had.
see. Lance, you don't make it. Is that 1d20 plus 3 your reflex save, Flock?
Yes.
Okay, you make it. So the only person who doesn't make it is Lance. You see a bunch of grubs explode out the now really corpsey looking ranger. You recognize these. I'm just gonna give it to you here. You recognize these as rot grubs.
Oh God.
And I'm gonna need you to make a fortitude save now, Lance.
Let me see. Those numbers.
Okay, let's see here. So, I'm gonna need initiative now.
Oh, nothing happened? What happened? You didn't tell me what happened.
1 second. I had to check. Okay, so your fortitude save. That's not enough. So you take 1 point of con damage.
Ooh.
As the
Oh.
rot glove starts making its way into your through your body.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
No, it ain't. 1 second here. Need to find an image that fits, but is going to be put on the GM layer for the sake of stuff. Okay, you all got initiative. That's good. That works. Okay. Can I add this to the initiative order or no? Okay, I can. Oh, good. I can have an invisible initiative.
Yeah, you can.
That's fucking cool.
Don't get ideas.
No, it's normal use.
Okay, so let me get things descending here. Okay, so Mylock, you go first. You see on this corpse there's several tiny arrows. Now that you can see it a bit better.
So the thing's dead, so I don't think there's any point in attacking it. So does anything look like a target in the vicinity?
Not at the moment. But you can roll perception if you'd like.
I don't have a great perception, but I will give it a try.
Okay.
Only 10.
Okay.
Assuming that doesn't beat any DC, I'll 5-foot step, say there, just to be a little, 5 step there to be a little bit further away from the thing, and ready to attack. If anyone comes within my 10-foot radius, I will attack it.
So, if I may,
All right.
I'm gonna take off. Basically what I'm gonna do with my turns is first turn I'll step away to here, and then I'll start giving him guidance. And I wonder if it's possible for him to delay his action so that he can have guidance on his first saving throw along with the rest of them.
No, because it happens once around.
All right, so that's what I'll be doing. So I'll go ahead
Okay.
and move myself, and then I'll be gone. And I'll send Kitty after any obvious enemies.
All right, Lance.
Okay, like, I suppose that I am really in pain right now. I suppose, right?
Yeah. You should
Okay,
probably
I
roll
mean-
perception or something. Also, I'm gonna need an R fortitude save.
Yeah, I want to also know if I can roll anything to like know what the hell went inside me.
You would need knowledge nature.
I don't have knowledge nature. That's my fortitude save.
You save versus it, which I think is. I think that's. Let me see what things modify this. Duh, 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 duh. Okay, so let me see here. Never mind. It's one save, and because so this is an infestation, which means that there actually is no further saves. It's just going to continue doing damage until the grub is removed.
Oh, those are nasty.
So you take 2 points con damage.
Holy fuck.
Okay, I suppose that I get a lot in pain, so a lot in pain. So I go back to my master and tell him, master, what is going on with me? Can you check me out? What are these things?
We'll roll for him. He knows that these are rot grubs, and the only way to get them out is to either burn the wound or the entry point, which will get the grub out, or cut it out.
How many grubs went inside me?
Only one.
Okay, I suppose he told me that, right? So, and yeah, I suppose that I can I use a touch attack with one weapon? Can I touch myself with one flaming weapon, for example?
Yeah, I imagine that could probably. Yeah, that would probably do it. You'll deal 1d6 points of fire damage to yourself, but you will burn the grub out.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take out my blade, my rapier, and I'm gonna set it to flaming, and I'm gonna burn the wounds. Let me see how much damage do I do to myself.
Yep, you do 1d6 fire, so roll it.
Oh, cool.
All right, you stop the continuing con damage, and the grub is killed.
Okay, now I need to record.
Yeah, that's going to, however, take up your turn.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna end my turn for now. Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think that's yeah. This is effectively the first round of infestation, so I think that's gonna work. Yeah, that works. Because otherwise, if you hadn't cut it out or burned it out this round, yeah, there would have been nothing you could have done, and you would have continued to take con damage.
Damn.
Okay, that's good. It's good that I reacted quickly then.
Yeah, the only way to get it out after let's see. Per round that the host has been infested, you would have taken 1d6 points of damage to pull the thing out, and it would have taken a DC 20 heal check. And that's just to remove one grub. You can be infected with multiple grubs. However, this specific trap is designed to seed one grub per person in 10 feet.
And he's the only one with a grub, then yeah.
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 Remove disease also kills any rot grubs in or on a host.
Cool. So I'm
Alright, that ends your
we,
turn.
we dealt with that.
Okay, and let me switch over here to the person who visible initiative. Let's see here. Where is their abilities? Okay. Let me read these special abilities. One second. Where's this ability?
While I'm thinking about it, Kevin, how long does Shepherd Cell last?
Minutes
Okay.
per level. So it 1 or 2 combats usually. But it's a nice ability.
I was gonna say because I didn't take any damage from Friday, so.
Good to wait, didn't we moved to a different location though, didn't we?
Yeah, so it's over.
Yeah. But in a dungeon crawl, it's definitely useful for that purpose of 1 or 2 combats each, and I get a bunch of uses a day. So, it's I thought it was a pretty effective way of boosting everyone's hit points up.
Yeah.
Like 30 points. That's nothing to scoff at.
Okay, so there's 5 party members here. So 3. So clockwise. Okay. I'm gonna actually discount him because I'll take that back. It's only 3. So Mylock. Let's see. Against an invisible target, you're flat-footed, right?
Yeah. I don't have anything that would do otherwise.
Does 20 beat your flat-footed?
Oh, by my flat-foot is 19, so just barely. But yeah, it does hit.
Okay. You do not take any damage, but I'm going to require a fortitude save from you.
I'll use another Charmed Life because I'm not sure what the fuck's going on. So 26.
For fortitude?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was really reflex. Only 9, so it probably fails.
It does fail. You take 1 point dexterity and strength damage.
God. Dexterity and strength. That is not good.
And let me see here. How many times can this little fucking thing do this? Only once. Okay, that's good. All right, Clintock.
What is there to hit even?
You are going to have to find what it is to hit.
So it didn't break invisibility by attacking me?
Oh wait, let me see if it did. If it did, is it normal invisibility or is it? Let me see here.
It has to be greater invisibility to not.
What fucking ability did it? Let's see. Defensive abilities.
And stealth usually breaks as well.
Yeah.
I have to see if this. Okay, I have to check the fucking I have to check the fucking original entry that this creature is based on because it doesn't fucking say. So
take your time. I'm doing deck shit.
Okay, that sounds fair. So I'm going to need to see if does invisibility does it. Okay. Yeah, no, it is not visible.
Okay, so where do we think it is?
The attack you think it came from here, around that general area.
Nothing happened. Am I supposed to be seeing a ping?
Yeah. One second. Let me see. Oh, I'm on. Here we go. Came from around this general area.
Okay. I suppose that means. should we just try to get out of here?
I can't deal with invisible creatures.
Yeah, I don't have anything for this, and yeah. So I suggest as the party that we attempt to leave and double move in a direction that is opposite that.
Okay.
Which puts me like there.
You know that Flock's cat has scent and would be able to track this thing down.
That would be nice, but I don't know how effective that's going to be with a not him here.
I could play the cat for him within reason.
Okay. If you want to do that, then my suggestion will then instead be to hold my turn until the cat figures it out.
Okay. So holding turn. Cat's going to, let's see here. Does sniff it from here.
Hello?
Hi.
Damn, you were like summoned basically.
Oh, what happened?
So, I'll let you guys explain it.
Something invisible's attacking us. It didn't break invisibility when it did. My suggestion was let's get the fuck out of here. Darby says, the cat has scent. Maybe he'll be able to. Well, that'd be nice, but if Puppy was here, it would be really useful.
Okay, so, Kitty
Hello.
does...
So I've held my turn for you, so.
Kitty does in fact have scent. So does he know where the thing is?
Not quite, but if you direct him to where you saw the arrow come from, you can smell him out.
Okay.
Can I jump in?
Where did I see the arrow come from? And also, what's the status of the rock grubs? Are they...
So I said that it was still the first round after infection, so he took some more con damage. Lance was able to burn it out of the wound, so it didn't start traveling through his brain. Because you see, with infestations, unlike diseases, if you fail the first save, that's it. It's going to continue doing damage over its duration, which might not have an end. It might just continue dealing damage until the person's dead. There's some rules that if you can cut the grub out, it stops, or if you cast remove disease,
Yeah.
it stops, or if you can burn it out on the first turn, it will stop. Otherwise, until you cast remove disease, it's going to continue doing con damage as it slowly works its way towards the target's heart or brain.
All right.
That sounds unpleasant.
So if he's in good shape, then I will... what I'll do is I'll give my kitty bull strength and send him over.
Okay. So once he gets here, I'll check the rules for scent because I need to check that.
Did we gain or lose? We lost to Lance. Okay.
Can
We have
someone
a-
maybe bring me up to speed, like in a PM or something? I think that's enough.
Wait, no, actually,
Kind of.
I have a better idea. So I know what direct... So just something to bring up. I guess this is table talk, but... Darby, do I think that casting Entangle in the area would make it clear where the thing was?
Does it reach?
I don't understand what you mean.
Does it have reach?
I again don't understand what you mean.
Does the spell affect a 3D area?
No. So I guess if the thing's flying, then it would be fine. But I wouldn't know, so...
All right. Yeah, it doesn't have that. Okay. But Cat, will you command your cat after it takes a 5-foot step to try and pinpoint the creature's location?
Yeah, I want him to try to use scent. Let me get his perception check. All right.
I'm going to draw a shape, and that is going to represent where its current position is. And there, that square.
All right.
However, it is also 10 feet in the air.
So he's going to attempt to do something awesome. He's going to try to run and jump it and grab it, like like cats do with birds.
But you took a 5-foot step, and you had to make another move action in order to smell it.
Then move 25 feet.
Yeah, I don't think I should have to make a 5-foot step to make the perception check and therefore not be able to move more. I think that's silly.
Yeah.
I mean, you yourself are making the perception check, are you?
Okay, no. Okay. So I'm here. From here, I can't smell the thing, right?
Right.
And
Right.
as far as I know, I can't get marshmallow to it because of the mechanics of the game. Because in order to move, it'll have to be use smell. Am I correct? Darby? Hello?
I don't know. I'm here. I heard the whole thing.
Darby, are you there?
Maybe his connection dropped.
Darby?
Darby, are you there?
I don't know. Give him time.
Yep. So, Huam, what were you involved with?
Yeah, what
Family
called
stuff.
you away? Family stuff? Yeah, okay.
Had to bless a goat that arrived recently.
Exactly.
Okay.
I had to relieve it of its pain just before we slaughtered it, so I jacked it off. I have
There-
the invisibility, by the way.
There is.
Oh, that's very useful. So see invisibility will be very helpful in this.
Darbo says in Roll20 yes to your answer. He's going to try and fix his internet.
Okay, so if I can't get there and attack it with the kitty, I'm just going to use an area of effect attack.
There we go.
I guess if
Oh, welcome back.
So if I can't get there and attack it, I'm going to use an area of effect attack instead.
Okay.
Since if I could tell by the arrow's trajectory that it came downward, then I would at least think it was possible that the creature was in the sky, and so I would use this is kind of a rung bell thing. Who knows what I would want to do if I didn't know, but I'm going to use Stone Call.
Okay.
Both in the hope of damaging it, and maybe in the hopes of maybe the dust will somehow make it easier to see.
Let me see.
So the cylinder is 20 feet high, so unless it's higher than that, it's going to be harmed.
Okay.
And so I will just sort of toward that direction, hopefully maybe a ways away from us, so maybe starting, again, rung bell, I know where it is, but like starting somewhere around here. Far enough away, far enough away that because I don't want to inhibit our ability to get to it in melee more than I have to.
Okay, 1 second. How far and
So
wide
you
is
want to
it?
put it like this?
the edge of it would be. That's where the edge of it would be, is the place I pinged. So it is a 40-foot radius thing. So let's see, just by going by the edge of the map. Yeah, if we assume it's centered at the edge of the map, then
Put it even behind the map, but behind the edge of the map, so that the edge of it is like here.
1 second, I'm getting a thing.
You know, I think the edge of it being like here makes sense. So it has a little bit of difficult terrain to deal with.
The point is, it is hurt, which maybe disrupts its, which maybe
Flight.
gets some kind of dust on it. And in any case, it takes 2d6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, 1 second. All right, roll that.
Is there a save?
No,
That's cool.
it takes 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Okay,
And
good.
maybe it has to make a fly check also if it's in the air.
If it has
give me a
wings.
second.
Yeah.
That it does.
We don't know
Let
what
me
it
check
is. Depending on how it flies, perhaps it has to make a fly check.
Let me see. Well, yes, it's let's see here. I have to check its flight. Yeah, no. So it's gonna have to. Let me see here. And you do deal damage to it. You hear a little.
The DC is probably at least
Okay,
22.
that's a fairy.
So let's see here. Put two. I'll let you make a knowledge nature check to put 2 and 2 together. What species of fae are invisible and also fairy-like?
13.
It is a pixie.
Ah,
Cool.
The most despicable.
Yeah, no, it's gonna make that fucking fly check.
Wow.
Wow.
But you put some damage on it.
So it's likely flying, so I probably can't do anything to it anyway, so...
It's 10 feet up. So if you stand below it, you can do your reach thing.
Maybe.
Yeah. Now, as for that stuff, you have Dust of Appearance in your inventory.
Do we?
Yeah. Several
know.
instances where you got it.
and I will have Kitty kind of move out toward the area.
Okay.
I don't remember us getting any Dust of Appearance, but I'll check.
And I'll 5-foot step there, because why not? And
Okay.
I still have a few things to take care of.
Okay. Valgoic.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Let me just check for the Dust of Appearance.
Yeah, we do have it listed as sell, but we haven't actually sold it yet.
We do have it.
Yeah, because we haven't sold any of the actual goods because we don't have anyone to trade with that can handle all of our shit.
Yeah.
Would that be like a ranged touch attack to try to get it on it?
Let me look at Dust of Appearance here. Okay. Flung into the air automatically coats objects within a 10-foot radius, making them visible even if they are invisible. It likewise negates the effects of blur and displacement. In this, it works just like the Fairy Fire spell. Also reveals figments, mirror images, and projected images for what they are. A creature coated with the dust takes a -30 penalty on stealth, and it lasts for 5 minutes.
So I can just... it's just a 10 DC attack.
Yeah, you just throw it up into your air, just like fucking Fah! And then it'll be revealed.
Cool. Then I do that.
Okay. Take
As a
your
swift-
movement.
As a swift action, I would like to Bane it. Bane Fae, I guess.
You have to be within that radius.
Oh, I have to be...
Yeah, you
So,
see
let's see,
that?
let's
Oh,
see.
I didn't give you context, but you see that blue? You see that blue square in the middle of the bigger blue square?
That's what do you
That's
call
the,
it?
that's the place where the fairy is supposed to be.
So, and this is going to be difficult terrain now, where the box is. So,
I was I was there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I guess that's my movement, and I'm gonna.
You
Yeah,
only
that's
take
nice.
it only inhibits your movement when you're moving out of difficult terrain, not when you're moving into difficult terrain.
Okay, so I can finish it here, and I'll
Yeah.
throw the dust of appearance.
Okay, you throw it. I'm gonna say that works, and let me do some shit. Fucking not that. I
Wait.
don't mean.
Somebody else hears an echo?
Not really.
No.
No.
Oh, you stopped. Sorry.
Okay, 1 second. I'm getting things together. So, Puppy, you know that dust of dryness that's been sitting in the party loot for a while?
Yeah?
It's got a use now. Congratulations! You reveal a really fucked up looking pixie covered in mold and fungus growths.
So I'm not seeing, I don't see the monitor right now because I'm over on my bed. I'm using a wireless headset. But you had better be using the pixies from the Fairly Odd Parents?
No. I don't have
No.
one hand.
That's mean.
Those guys are nice and fucked up, kinda. As a swift action, I'd like to announce judgment. That is all.
Okay. You can announce judgment.
That's a move, a standard,
We're
and a
pixies.
swift.
We're pixies. And
Kevin.
pixies.
I don't know if I can get there. Yeah. So it's 5, 10, 20.
Yes, you hear?
Yeah, I can. Awesome. I can get to there, accounting for difficult terrain, and then single attack. And I will, I'll use a panache point to double my panache point damage. Does a 27 hit?
Of course it does.
Okay, so that will be 12 plus 5, 17. And Leon hasn't done his thing yet, so that won't count. So
Didn't
be
you
7.
double your finish damage?
I did, so it's 22. Thanks for reminding me. So 22
Okay,
damage.
is your
24.
vouchered cold
No.
iron?
What was that?
Is your vouchered cold iron?
No.
Okay, so take 10 off that.
Okay, so basically just 12 then. So Leon hasn't done his thing yet, I don't think.
I haven't had a chance to yet.
Yeah, so just 12 after DR.
So you take a good chunk out of it. So Lance, your turn.
Okay. Well, I suppose that now that I'm recovered, I get up and curse the hell out of that fucking pixie fairy. Gonna move around over like right here. And from there, I'm gonna incant my longbow again. This time with +1 on frost, and I'm gonna attack from there.
Okay.
Oh fuck, that's a hit.
You fail.
Yes, I know.
So now it's turn. So it is going to fly up.
Kevin, did you mark off the dust of appearance? Oh, by the way, she needs to make a flight check for when Kevin hit her.
Okay. Let's see. 12 damage. So the DC is 22.
Not sure what the DC is.
That sounds right.
Let me check fly. There we go. Let's see here. Hover, turn to special requirement check. Avoid falling after being attacked. Must make a DC 10 fly check to avoid losing 10 feet of altitude. Wow. So yeah, it's literally just an automatic save basically. Because she's got a plus 18, 37. So yeah, she's flying. Even after the attack. So
Cool.
she's going to fly up 30 feet and is going to attempt to shoot Thalgoic with an arrow.
Cool.
20?
No.
Okay. That's the end of her turn. Clintock?
Sorry, I was muted. Was she withdrawing or is she just moving up?
She's just moving up, so I think you do get an attack of opportunity on her.
Yep.
Is the big blue box safe to move into?
It's what's
Difficult
it?
terrain. It's difficult terrain.
Okay.
Let me see if that hits. Open please PDF. Nope, that doesn't hit.
Yeah, it was a roll 2, so understandable.
Okay. It's difficult terrain, that's about it.
Okay. Full move gets me there then, and then I will stare at her and attack. Does a 23 hit?
That does hit.
Okay. Take 6 and another 7 on top.
Okay. Is this all physical damage?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a total of 13. Damage reduction applies. So you deal some damage. Puppy?
Sorry. So, I am going to begin summoning.
Okay.
That's a standard action, so I can move here and begin summoning.
Okay.
Kitty is going to make an acrobatics check.
To try and leap about 40 feet in the air.
Oh, got that high now?
Yeah.
So... Kitty doesn't have a plan. Kitty is just gonna growl at it, because I'm distracted and not commanding him to do anything. So, yeah. Kitty, I guess, readies an attack. In case the creature gets knocked to the ground somehow.
Okay. Dalgoic?
I would like for her to make a fort check, a fortitude save. I'm casting ear-piercing scream.
Okay.
You unleash a powerful scream. The target is dazed for 1 round and takes 1d6 points of sonic damage per 2 caster levels. So that's 2d6. A successful save negates the dazed effect and halves the damage. So fortitude save for 15.
Okay.
Yes, she is dazed.
Which means that she's gonna fall to the ground, but roll your
Yep,
damage.
exactly. Yeah, sure.
That
1 second.
that is really nice.
3. It's not the damage; it's the fact that she's now on the ground.
You see an
Falls on the
explosion of
ground?
blood from her nose as she falls to the ground. She's gonna take falling damage, I think.
She's also
Yep.
going to take kitty-related damage.
Yep, because prepared attack. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
when I
falling
said that, of
provoke.
course, I meant that it delays, because why not have the full attack?
When I heard
8.
kitty related damage, I thought a cat doing like meow and snarling at something.
Alright.
She also probably provokes while falling from Kevin.
I don't think that happens. I don't think. As a GM rule, I don't think unintended movement like that provokes. I could be wrong though.
No, it's okay. So then I can.
All right, so I think the kitty. Would you have held the kitty's action to attack it, Flock?
1, 2.
I mean, yeah, kitty would want to full attack it if it hit the ground, so...
5, 6.
Okay. Would that have been its held action?
Yeah, so bite, claw, claw.
Okay, it is dazed, so it takes a penalty.
No, there is no penalty to AC on dazed.
Okay.
That's-
Only the
might be
first
prone.
claw hits.
It
She
might-
is prone.
It might be
She
prone.
is-
Oh, okay. In that case, the both claws hit.
Alright. So that's... and that means rake damage happens. Is Leon damage happening?
I think so.
Yeah, he did. He did do
Um,
that.
Oh, I forgot I was muted. Yes.
so +2?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. 21 damage, claw, rake.
Please split those up because damage reduction applies.
Okay, so... d4 plus... If it's DR10, then it's not getting through.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, yeah,
the
then Kitty doesn't do any damage.
Is a rake considered a separate attack or like bonus damage? Like critical hit?
It's a bonus attack, I think.
I don't know that there's an attack roll for it.
I was just saying, argument could be made that that's bonus damage and it should be added to, not its own separate attack.
Which claw attack should it be added to then?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it's a theory. I'm giving you a try.
I say add it
Isn't
to the
rake
higher of them.
the one that applies only if both attacks hit, so divide it by 2 and add it to each.
Sure, and that means one of the 8 would do damage. 1 point.
Yep. You deal 1 point of damage.
Yeah, better
And
than nothing.
Dalgoic, the rest of your turn.
I just moved here.
Okay.
That's it.
Mylock, your turn.
Like a standard and a move.
Okay, I looked it up just out of curiosity, and yeah, it is deliberate movement that provokes. Involuntary movement generally does not.
Cool.
So I will, a standard attack.
If you want a 5 foot step for a flank.
I can't for. Oh, I can move though, and that will not provoke because it's moving. Oh, is it? It's moving out of. Yes, it's similar. So that's move there for flanking. And then single attack doesn't affect my full. I don't have a full attack really anyway. So 23 to attack.
That hits.
All right, and for 12 plus 10 plus 2, 19 damage reduced to 9.
Okay. Let me check this thing's constitution. Oh, it's actually got a fair constitution.
He deals non-lethal.
Right, I always do non-lethal unless they're undead or an outsider.
All right, so you smack it and it goes unconscious. This nasty fairy covered in all sorts of nastiness.
Ta-da! That spell is MVP.
That was really nice. That was otherwise I would have gotten my crossbow and barely done any damage. If any, I would know I couldn't have done damage. Say I deal us under 10 unless I did. If I don't think I have cold iron.
Yeah, I would have had to do really well with mine. So that's a lance.
I would have dealt some damage with mine.
So I propose we put it out of its misery.
Agreed. Should we not try to interrogate it?
Yeah, maybe
or
interrogate
something?
it
Yeah,
first.
I would definitely. I would definitely want to interrogate it.
So the blight
Wait.
is just the blight. It attacked us because it's blighted.
Okay. Well, if you explain that in character, then yeah, sure.
Okay, so basically, can it be cured? Can it be saved? Can it be turned to good? I will take
Only
your word
if
for
you
it.
cast Wish.
We need
Oh,
high
no.
level. We need super high level magic that we just don't have.
Will we get it in the near future? Maybe.
I
No.
doubt
I'm not
that
gonna waste
very
a wish
ser-
on her.
I doubt that very seriously.
I don't think we have.
I mean, which is my final level.
I'm not. I'm trying to role play it in character. Like my guy probably hasn't even heard of. We might haven't even heard of Wish. I mean, like some guy from a backwater town. You might not even heard of Wish as a mechanical thing. It's a wish. It's like a genie might come down and give you a wish. Like it's not like a mechanical
In
thing.
fact,
You know.
I don't think any of us will ever get it.
None of us will ever get
Because
it.
I don't get miracle.
Yeah.
And no one else is a 9 level caster. So
Right. So you explain it to me in general terms that I can understand, and I say, well, we don't have the capability of keeping a prisoner around that's not can't be saved. So I will allow it to happen, and I will take a walk and let you do it. Whoever was going to do it.
I'll do it.
all right. And then I propose we burn the body.
Yes,
All
it's
right.
the better. It's for the best.
9 plus 18.
Because the
for-
blight is the blight.
Yep. We'll burn the body, sure. I'll acid splash it a bit before as well.
Okay. That
Good
seems like
measures,
a weird thing.
For good measures, man.
Whatever you say, buddy.
Whatever keeps me up, whatever lets me sleep at night.
I say a prayer over the corpse and hope that better things happen to it in the afterlife.
I'll try, buddy. I'll try. I say, as though you would talk directly to me.
Don't nature guys like hate Fae?
No?
No, Fae are normally like expressions of nature. Flock is a
okay.
very partisan expression of nature, so he doesn't like some Fae. But yeah, in general, he likes Fae.
Okay, well, that went as well as it could. I'm assuming did they have any gear or anything of that sort on the Pixie?
A tiny little bow.
A really
it's-
tiny little bomb.
But even tiny bows have value. I mean, you could have a young gnome friend who might want to use it.
By the way, we should do text RP in preparation for the crossover rather than wait for me to finish it before we bridge the gap between like where they are.
Copy.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do.
We're waiting on you for that. So, like whenever you post something in TextRP, we're gonna reply to it.
Okay.
So do we find any gear on this thing on either body?
Let me see here. So on the body of the let's see, the corpse that this pixie infested carries a pair of matching masterwork short swords carved to look like leaping flames, as well as a pouch containing a dose of dust of appearance.
So we got that.
That is so funny.
And now we'll keep. Now I say we're gonna keep it. That turns out to be really nice.
Yep. If worse comes to shove, I can just
Well, if you have see invisibility, you should keep it because then you can do see ability and then use it, and so everyone can see it. So I think that makes a
Yeah,
lot of
but is
sense.
there really a difference between dust of whatever and a bag of flour?
You
One
can
of them
wash
is
a
an
bag of
auto.
flour off.
I guess.
Yeah,
So-
basically it's GM because some GMs will enforce like, no, it has to be magical or it has to be some high level thing because I don't want to make it easy to just
Yeah.
auto do it.
Anyway, so the rest of the gear, she has a potion of cure moderate wounds and a wand of snare.
What's snare?
I'd have to see what that spell is.
As a bot.
And I abandoned my summoning. Do I lose the spell?
I'm gonna say, well, it's not gonna matter. You're gonna rest up after this. You took fucking con. Some of you took con damage. Some of you took strength and dex damage.
I can heal. I have lesser restoration. So tell me, what do you guys need?
How many charges on that wand?
No wand. The stand wand, you mean?
Yeah, is it full? Assuming if it doesn't say. Darby,
For which thing?
the wand of snare. How many charges?
14.
Okay.
This is a cool spell, actually.
What, snare?
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked the bot.
We should take the wand.
That's what we're gonna do. We're definitely not gonna leave it out in the open.
We'll bury you with the body out of respect.
Yep.
I don't respect the body.
Okay, let's see here.
It's a decently high perception.
Yep. I can't make it, I think. Like on usual. I can't make it.
Yeah, that's a decent traps. But what's the level of the spell? I just say
It's
level 3, level 2 spell.
Kevin, you just
Yeah.
gave me a
It's a-
genie with a dirty mind moment.
What'd I say?
I'll post it in text.
Okay.
Sorry, or you're welcome. I'm not sure what.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
decent map. Oh my god, that's so good. You're walking down Akihabara. You look at this chick. That's a decent trap, dude. Man,
So,
That's fine.
what happens next, if anything?
Is it if
We
Luke
need,
just
we, need, we need to heal ability damage. So,
yeah?
how much damage did everybody take?
I took-
I suggest that we also bury the corpse, not the pixie, the other guy.
Sure, we'll bury it. We'll bury it too.
Do you heal one of each ability score that's been damaged?
No, I heal one ability score by 1d4.
No, what I'm saying
It's when you
not-
rest, and yes.
Right. So then we're all
Yeah,
gonna be
you
fine
heal
after.
one for-
Well, if we're fine after a day. We just rest. We might as well.
But you
And
heal
like
only 1 point.
per ability score, and everyone's only taking 1 point from.
Oh, okay.
Lance has taken 1 con. I've taken 1 strength and 1 dex. So it'll be
No,
gone
wait.
tomorrow.
I got 3 con actually.
Oh, 3 con. Okay, so he'll need give him a less restoration. Then I'll wait for the day. Just,
You heal after 1 day.
perfect. Yeah, I would say it makes sense to stop after that for a day. What does everyone else think?
Yeah.
I mean, I can
Wait,
keep going,
yeah.
but if people
I
want to,
have 2 more lesser restorations if needs be.
yeah, I'm still okay. But I, so if people want to go, I'm up for it.
I'm
Well,
down.
there's one more encounter, and then you'll find the fort. So
Yeah, let's do that then.
So
Yeah.
this encounter is the next day or the same day?
Oh,
I'd say the
yeah.
next day.
Yeah, I take the heal and I say I don't worry, I feel better. So I get up and I say let's keep going. Don't worry for me. Don't worry about me.
Well, you still get 2 con back from the lost restoration. So
Yep.
that'll
You're now
be-
back up to full con.
No, he took 3. I think he said.
Yeah,
Took 3.
I take
Then we're gonna
I
rest a
take
day.
Are we gonna rest today? Or are we gonna keep doing that 1 encounter today? I wasn't clear what was happening.
Darpo, would we be able to get to that the next encounter in the same day?
Yes.
Okay, so it's the same day.
Yeah, I
Everybody
would
has
wanna
1
stop.
damage.
Okay.
Okay, let's rest then.
Enough people are down in resources and things to make it sense. So yeah, I am hearing an echo now. I'm not sure if it's too loud like usual.
No, I'm not hearing it.
It's probably me, yeah.
Okay.
So we do stop. We do rest for the day.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna rest for the night, and then we're gonna keep going.
Okay.
so I'll get my panache back, which is nice.
Okay, I'm gonna prepare my spells. Darby, are you there?
Yes.
I'm gonna prepare my new spells after my rest, and I might try save like 3 spells in my scars. Can I?
I think so.
I think you have to do it like you're scribing scrolls. You can only do like 1 a day.
If it's
Is that
not the roll
true?
too
I never took spell scars, but I think that's how those work.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna prepare maybe a shocking grass spell on my spell scars, and then I'm gonna leave I'm gonna prepare the other spells. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do for
Scribing a scroll takes 2 hours if its base price is 200 GP, 250 GP or less. Otherwise, scribing a scroll takes 1 day for each 1000 GP in its base price.
There you go.
I know, so it took
Right.
2 hours.
Yeah, it does you, and you do have to. I think you have to spend the gold as well.
Yeah, definitely.
you have to
Yeah. So, like I said, I've never used it, so I'm not 100% sure. But that's what basically it's like using scrolls that you wear, so you don't.
Yes, it's actually like that. It's like scrolls you wear, so yeah, I have to
Yeah.
spend the gold.
Okay, cool. Like I said, yeah, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. But cool.
The goal is to spend like in like special ink that I have to use to like paint my tattoos.
Sure. So, should we roll anything to get to the next encounter? I'm not
Okay.
sure. We're like headed to the fort, the first fort.
Let me take a quick look at the map here. So let me see here. This would be. Oh, never mind. We're actually. Let me see. What one was that? Was this E? Oh no, that was. Where's F supposed? Oh, this is supposed to be a little bit more scattered. You come upon the fort now. After having read some stuff, you come upon the fort now. Actually, wait 1 second. Before I to put everything in Fog of War, so that way stuff is...
Or if we come upon the fort now, would it be a good idea to...
Possibly.
1 second. Now I can put you on it.
Turbo, did you hear what Puppy said?
Yes. Well, do you want to encounter at the front of it, or no?
I guess we could do
Depends
one
on
more.
what it looks like.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you see, let me do some stuff here. I need to get everyone on the board. Well, you can place yourselves in that area.
Where is that area? Where it is.
Please copy
Mid
paste me.
right, mid left.
Copy paste you? Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Get everything squared away here. All right, so you see this fort here, and let me get to the page on it. So the fort. Fort Riston is one of the oldest structures in the southern Fangwood. The large fort was constructed by a regional governor. You see some of the markings of Chernasardo Rangers here. This was an excellent staging area against the Molthuni forces when they were invading. Let's see here. The fort has 4 stout towers and a very large keep and very sturdy walls. However, it looks as though its weak points have been broken in. However, as you approach, I'm going to need some perception checks.
Coming right up. I would also like to see if there's any tracks of who broke in.
Oh, you see plenty of boots.
Any other marks that might define what they are?
Not much.
Goblins or something.
Well, hobgoblins wear boots.
Okay.
Let's see here. Okay. So let me put this here. So I will need perception checks as I reveal the area.
Okay.
We
Around
already
here.
rolled those. Do you want some more?
No, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit distracted here getting this squared away. But it is now good. So let me see here. Let me GM roll this.
You do know that you can remove those letters, right?
I do. But I need to keep them around as reference.
Okay.
Can I ask you guys to like put the music down a bit?
That's an
Okay,
option
you
in
can-
Discord
you can
or
just-
in Roll20.
Go to settings on Roll20, and you see the master music volume level. You turn it down however you want.
I don't see that anywhere.
The
You
Oh,
see how
I
there's
see
a
it.
setting?
There. I saw it.
Yep.
Thank you.
No worries.
Alright, let me switch to this. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. All right, so you don't see anything out of the ordinary. There's a lot of plant growth around the front of the entrance here. You see there is a light coming from between the doors I'm about to reveal here to the courtyard.
Would I have been under the impression we were going to travel through more blighted territory?
Somewhat.
Okay.
Like it's not extreme. Like this. It looked like there was nothing around here that was going to be. It looked like there was nothing around here that was clearly blighted, except for the pixie herself. So if there is blight, it's far away from this area.
Okay. So that changes which spells I would have prepared then, and that means I have speak with plants.
Okay.
Okay. So the question is, should I ask the plants to kindly move out of the way from us? For us.
Can plants move?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a spell to animate plants. It's fairly high.
That's not my job. Not something I can
Well,
do.
then, seems like we're gonna be moving them ourselves.
Well, they're not in the way enough to fucking seriously impede you. You can walk through them without issue.
Okay, so let's do that.
Okay. We already rolled perception, so I'm trusting that if there was a trap, then we fair and square failed to see it.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, and stop. You have failed to see not a trap,
But a person.
but a creature. A plant opens up and sprays you all with a hallucinogen.
Saves.
So I'm going to need fortitude saves from you all.
From who
9.
exactly?
All of us.
Let me see here how big of a area this is.
At least I get bonuses for Fey abilities.
20-foot radius.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's see if I have something similar to that.
Okay, let me see here.
20-foot con or 20-foot radius? 20-foot
Radius.
area?
Radius. Let's see here. Okay, so Leon, you
Or is it
fail it.
centered though?
Lance, you make
With an
it.
18?
Oh, never mind. With the this isn't Fey though; it's plant. Do you
Oh,
still
okay. Well,
Yeah.
no.
Bonax, you fail it. Mylock, you're not in the radius.
If it's a poison, it's an 11.
That's still not enough. Yeah, Mylock, you're out of the radius. Lance, you make it. Leon, you don't. Flock, are you immune to that sort of effect?
No.
You're not immune to poisons?
I don't think so, unless it's part of being a vine leshy. I'll look that up.
Are you the plant creature type?
Yes, but vine leshies don't get all of the immunities that others do. They get resistances in their place.
Okay.
So...
Sure, at that good enough level, you become immune to poisons as a druid. Not sure if you...
Yeah, that happens later. So I get a... They lack immunities to those things. And... Let's see... Other traits... Yeah, actually they don't get any bonus to saves against those things.
Okay. So let's see. I'm going to start marking everyone who failed. So, boop. Boop. Boop.
Am I even in the radius?
Actually, let me see.
No.
Nope, never mind. Mylock and Clintock, you're okay.
Awesome.
And let's see. Lance, you made the save, so you're good. Let me see here. So I'm going to need everyone's initiatives.
Any penalties on that from the poison?
No.
I'm not sure what the poison even does.
Oh, it's a hallucinogenic cloud. I'm going to roll what it does to you.
Cool.
Mylock, initiative. This thing. This thing got... Oh, it doesn't have a good initiative.
It's still over. It still is above many of us, actually.
What was that?
This is still above many of us, actually.
Okay, so Thalgoic, let's see what happens to you since you are affected by the hallucinogen. Let's see here. Slash roll 1d6. 5. What is that result? Let's see. You have shrunk to 1/10 your normal size from your perception. You take no actions for 1 round, and you believe monsters cannot see you.
Cool.
What?
Kitty,
Possible?
an item you are holding has turned into a viper. Drop it and flee from the item at top speed for 1 round.
Kitty isn't holding any items.
Okay, it sees an acorn next to it, and it turns, and in its vision, it turns into a viper, and it runs the fuck off, for a round at its maximum speed.
Okay. Would it provoke?
And,
It
I don't
hasn't
think
acted
so.
yet. Don't worry.
6! Oh no! Guess what, Flock? You're melting! Grasp a hold of yourself in an attempt to hold yourself together and take no actions for 1 round.
Oh fuck.
I'm not actually melting.
No,
Yeah, you're just
but
thinking.
you think you are.
Yeah. So all of that happens.
So my round.
Yeah, your round is spent doing that. Your round is spent doing that. Now it's its turn.
I am flat-footed against it because I believe
Okay.
monsters can't see me.
Okay, so let me see. Yeah, you're flat-footed because you believe monsters can't see you. So it's going to attempt to hit you. Oh, whoops, I did royal instead of roll.
That does not hit
18.
my flat foot. Does not hit my flat foot.
Clang! It attempts to slam you. That's all it can do. Clintock.
If I move up, am I gonna get in the cloud?
Yes, I should probably
Okay.
mark the fucking cloud.
Is the cloud going to obstruct my view of shooting it or staring at it?
No.
Okay, then I'm just gonna move here and shoot it in the face. 12?
Let me see. I'm just gonna put that there. That's a fair assumption for the area. Let me see. What is its AC? No, 12 will not hit it.
Okay.
Mylock. Okay, I'll need you to make another. I'll need you to make a save for realsies here now.
Even
Also,
a valid
you're
square?
muted.
I sorry, I was muted. Thank you, puppy. I'll move to there.
That is a valid square. I will say that is a valid square.
Okay, I can move if you want. Anyway, yeah, I'll use the Charmed Life on this, +3. 42.
You make it.
22, awesome. Any effects on making it? Or is it just like nothing?
You just ignore it.
Okay, cool. Then I'll single attack, and I'll use a panache point, because fuck this guy. 23 to hit.
That hits.
And Leon damage is active. That's 14 plus 10 plus 2. 26 damage before any DR was applied.
You give it a good fucking gash, and it starts spraying sap about as it's basically bleeding.
Awesome.
Does the intimidate work?
That is only if I don't do my extra damage on my panache.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so next is Lance. I'm going to need you to make another save since you are in the cloud still.
Yes, sir. Oh, fuck.
And you are affected by the spores. Let's see what you hallucinate. 2. You are attacked by a swarm of spiders. You spend a full round action to attack the floor near you with your weapon.
Okay.
So you start flailing at the ground beneath you, and your turn is over.
I can imagine very specific circumstances under which that would be disastrous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do I stop perceiving myself as small?
No.
You said for 1 round.
Oh yeah. Actually, yeah. Make another save.
Another save. Okay. 25.
You are no longer small, and you can and you see the creature clearly. You may take your turn as normal.
Cool. Swift action, activate Bane against plants. So there's a +2 on this attack.
Okay.
24 to hit.
24 hits.
For 11 +2, so that's 13. Then a 2d6.
Okay, roll that 2d6.
5 plus 14 plus
19.
13 equals 18.
It's not looking good.
Cool.
All right, Flock, roll that save.
All right.
You make it. You are no longer hallucinating. And let's see here. The kitty's outside of it, so the effect automatically ceases.
All right then. So let's see if I have a. All right. This might not be the most likely thing to be effective, but it is definitely the funnest answer to this problem. I am going to move out of its range, and I'm going to cast Speak with Plants.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask it why it's attacking us.
Hungry! Or actually, no. Better. It looks at you and goes, pitch your child. You do not know the joys of human flesh.
I really cannot understand what you're saying. You dial that down,
not at all.
please.
Okay. Well, you turn
Even
off
the
the music.
dog can't understand you.
So he's gonna be petulant child. You do not know the taste of human flesh as I do. It is delicious. These humanoids are of no concern to you. You should come over and revel in the delicious flesh.
I'll tell you what. I know where there is a dead human buried underground. It's not that far back. I can take you there.
Why should I move when there's so many succulent morsels here?
Well, firstly, I don't think anyone here is actually a human. Second, and more importantly, they all have weapons and are about to kill you.
What is pain? I will return to the ground and sprout anew one day.
I'll burn you. I'll stop you from sprouting anew.
Well, fuck you then, kid.
This is an intimidate check. And for the record, I have Spark prepared, so that is not an idle threat.
Well, one moment here.
I think I get a I think I take a penalty for being smaller than him.
Yeah, you do. You take a big ass penalty. I think it's minus
You're
8.
Small.
You're small. It's big. It's large.
So, Kitty is going to hiss at it to aid another. There's my god damn it.
Also,
Wow.
it's immune to mind affecting effects. Psychology does not work on it.
Cool.
Is that how that works?
That's what said. I'm going to say it's immune to psychology due to the fact that it's a plant. Let me check its fucking intelligence.
I would argue that's what Speak with Plant circumvents.
Intelligence nil. Let me check Speak with Plants.
They have like instinctual thoughts.
It
I'm
doesn't
not sure
make
they
them
have
smart.
competition.
And like I said, like this isn't likely to work. Like I probably can't talk it out of eating you guys. I just wanted to try because I didn't have anything else that would be that useful.
Sure.
Yeah, by the way, it's a flat +4 for being larger or -4 for being smaller. It does not increase with size count.
So then it was a -1.
Okay. A normal plant's sense of its surroundings is limited, so it won't be able to give or recognize detailed descriptions of creatures or answer questions about events inside its immediate vicinity. The spell doesn't make plant creatures any more friendly or cooperative than normal. Furthermore, wary and cunning plant creatures are likely to be terse and evasive, while the more stupid ones may make inane comments. If a plant creature is
Like
friendly,
Leon.
it may do some favor.
Yeah, whatever.
So yeah, no, its sense of food and its desire to taste the flesh of sentient life forms outweighs any sense of fear it may even have, which it technically should not have since it's immune to mind affecting.
Okay. So yeah, so I fail. That's my turn. Kitty is gonna come over to me, but not going to go back into the thing.
Yeah, that's good. Kitty does not understand what the fuck that happened, but is not appreciative.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me find a different sort of thing here to do. There we go. So, it's its turn. It's got a single slam. My lock looks the most vulnerable of the two, as it cannot slam through that much armor. 15, though, is not going to do it. Clintock,
He has
your
more
turn.
AC than me.
Yeah, I'm pretty beefy. I got
But
24.
Flesh here.
Does a 23 confirm?
One moment here, my good sir. There might be a bit of a contradiction to that.
It should be a 19 because of melee.
Slow down.
I have precision.
Oh, awesome.
I did take a level of fighter specifically for this.
Makes sense.
So
Who's outside of plant?
now the
plant,
level
there we go.
20 bonus of your class is forever hidden.
I did not care about that to begin with.
Yeah.
Okay, you can crit it, so yes.
Okay, good. So that's 9, and then another 8 on top.
17.
So, it spurts sap everywhere, however the cloud is persisting, and, but it is dead. The danger is basically gone.
Listen, I really hate to say I warned you, but I mean I did really kind of call this, and I feel like you have no one to blame but yourself.
I think it's dead.
I think it's that too.
It's dead, Jim.
Yeah.
They're kind of talking to a messy sap thing now.
I asked this bush how it's chilling.
It basically says it's chillin' good, and inserts a plant-based racial slur regarding leshies.
Damn.
Cool.
This whole forest is racist, man. God.
It's
That-
casually racist, like how two people will refer to each other with a racist connotation as a joke.
As a gay person, I can confirm that we do that, and it's dumb.
So we bury it? Do we burn it?
We
What do you
burn
wanna
it.
do?
Yeah.
Yeah, it said he can revive it, so
Yeah.
be way better burn it. Yes.
I have some salt in my backpack. I pour that over the area as well to make sure to discourage growth in the future.
Yeah, I consult the plants on where the salt can be placed that won't hurt them.
Hmm.
They point to a clover patch, which was what the thing was standing over on either sides of the gate, and they say that those clovers are little motherfuckers that constantly say gross shit about the dirt. So, yeah,
I ask the clovers about the dirt.
they say the dirt's a piece of shit, and it not only should feel bad, but it should be translocated to Abaddon, so that way the little tiny daemon bacteria can eat their little bacteria souls.
Okay, so plants are really racist.
Yeah, so, yeah, I say, yeah, that's salt there.
Yeah, I pour my salt over the area enough to hopefully, with the fire, to discourage it from coming back.
Yeah,
But-
because no more of this creature.
So as it's burning, it's any seeds it's carrying pop into little tiny green colored popcorns.
Yeah.
And any of the remaining
Spores.
hallucinogen and spores and stuff, those burn away. So this front area is secured.
Awesome. Yeah.
That was
Cool.
fun.
Yeah.
I think this is a good time to call it. And before we get on to anything else, be prepared to level next session.
Oh, cool.
Like
Okay.
halfway through?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll put that in Iron Fang.
Like, when exactly are we gonna level up?
Next
It'll
session.
just happen at some point in the middle of the next session.
Okay.
If you can't level up on the spot, just play level 5 for the rest of the
Oh,
the session.
Or we'll probably end next session, depending on how far you get through. You'll probably hit level 6 at the end of that session. So,
But it's good to prepare the sheets just in case.
yeah.
Yep.
In case we actually get started,
And
not
everybody
2 hours late.
vote. And everybody should really vote on our vote.
There's not much here. It's really anything new.
Okay.
There's
I'll
some old
stop
stuff
the
that we should
stream.
really sell.